At 01:40 a.m., a 4-person reconnaissance team entered a restricted northern research perimeter. By 5:12 a.m., none of them existed. This is what the satellite recorded. At 2:05 a.m., the team crossed the outer marker and enters the perimeter. 4 members, clear skies, minimal wind, no electromagnetical interference. Satellite confirms undisturbed snow fields. Structural decay consistent with abandonment. No additional heat signatures. Nothing in the perimeter is moving. That is the first problem. At 2:17 a.m., something changes. Not movement, alignment. One tree appears slightly mispositioned in the satellite overlay. Not in reality, only in the feed. Analysts flag calibration drifts. They do not log it as a threat. From this point forward, there are never 4 heat signatures. There are 5. The 5th does not emit heat. It absorbs contrast. It occupies space by reducing clarity around it. No one notices. At 2:47 a.m., the satellite feed flickers. Exactly 1.8 seconds. The team does not react. At 2:49 a.m., it happens again. Frame analysis reveals something unusual. During each flicker, their bodies remain visible, but their shadows disappear, not darkened, removed. At 3:03 a.m., team member 3 stops walking. He turns toward the tree line. There's something off. It feels closer than it should. Monitoring attempts contact. Audio response delay increases to 2.4 seconds. Satellite clock remains synchronized. At 3:11 a.m., a vertical distortion appears behind him. Too tall, too narrow. It does not move. It adjusts, as if correcting posture. Gone in the next frame. This is where the footage stops behaving like footage. At 3:22 a.m., the team enters cabin 2. Interior dome activates. Temperature drops 3 degrees in 30 seconds. No dome movement recorded. At 3:29 a.m., the teams begin speaking over one another. Their voices overlap, out of sync with lip movements, as if audio arrives before intention. One member says, "Stop copying me." No one acknowledges it. The monitoring station does. They replay the feed. For half a second, there are 8 figures in the cabin. 4 solid, 4 faint, standing slightly behind, watching. At 4:22 a.m., team member 2 steps outside. He pauses beside a crate. He exhales. His breath is visible in the cold air. Then, the breath remains, but he does not. The vapor lingers at mouth height, as if waiting. Snow beneath him remains compressed, but nobody occupies it. No distortion, no flicker, just subtraction. The remaining team members report nausea. One vomits. Audio begins cutting intermittently. At 4:41 a.m., 2 members stand before a cracked wall mirror. The reflection shows 4, but that is not the most disturbing detail. The reflections are not copying them, they are studying them. One reflection tilts its head before the physical person does. The delay has reversed. Movement originates inside the mirror, not outside. At 4:44 a.m., the reflection smiles first. The corresponding team member does not. The feed destabilizes. Frame distortion prevents full reconstruction. At 4:58 a.m., one team member begins repeating a phrase. It's learning. He says it 17 times. Each repetition quieter than the last. At 5:03 a.m., he disappears mid-sentence. The final operative runs into the open snow. Satellite tracks him. Behind him, 3 shadows follow. There's only one light source. The shadows move independently. They shorten the distance. He stops running. Not because he is caught, because something ahead of him blocks his path. The feed does not show what it is, but his posture changes, as if facing something towering. At 5:07 a.m., he is gone. Post-event analysis reveals something overlooked. From 2:17 a.m. onward, there were never 4 presences. There were 5. At 5:09 a.m., for one frame, the 5th presence aligns directly with the satellite lens. There are no eyes, no face, but perspective shifts, as if it is aware it is being observed and approves. The file was marked inactive at 6 a.m. It was reactivated at 3:14 a.m. the following night. No one logged the access. The final archived image is timestamped 5:12 a.m. Snow undisturbed, cabins silent. At the far edge of the frame, a distortion stands upright. Its proportions are inconsistent with human symmetry. Frame analysis prevents reconstruction, but the shape does not match the original 5th presence. There are now 6.